I'm going to play the online draft mode with 3 different teams. One team made up only of bald players, one only of short players, and another only with old players. Which team do you think will end up being the strongest? Alright, let's start with the bald players. The rule is very simple. I will always pick the baldest player that shows up. For example, if Pele, Gullit, Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Mane show up, I'll be forced to pick Mane because it's clear he's already in the second stage of type A baldness. So let's start by choosing our team captain. There isn't a truly bald option here, but looking at these choices, I think the French player Katoto is the baldest. It looks like her hairline starts further back, so she'll be our first pick because not even women escape baldness. We're gonna play in a 4-3-3 formation, and the next player is a left winger. I don't care that Vinny Jr. is the best option. The Frenchman Barcola is putting his hand on his forehead to hide his baldness. He's gonna be our second bald player. As for the right winger, there's no doubt who's the baldest here. Jairzinho will have to be ruled out because the Swiss player Shaqiri has undeniable baldness. In fact, I think he's even in the second stage of the M-shaped baldness. I mean, actually he was, right? Because I did some research here and found out that Shaqiri got a hair transplant. But that's fine, because as a former bald guy, he still makes it onto our team just the same. The next player is a midfielder, and the Frenchman Cherki is already pointing to the bald spot he has. So he'll be the next one chosen. Now, moving to central midfield, there wasn't any bald player who really stood out. Maybe the Portuguese Renato Sanchez has a more pronounced receding hairline. For the next midfielder, there also wasn't any truly bald player. In this case, I'll pick the one with the highest overall rating. Now let's move on to defense, starting with the left back. I think the Frenchman Roussillon is the baldest among these 5 options. In central defense, there wasn't any bald player either, but this German has the thinnest hair among them. As for the next center back, it's indisputable. The Dutchman Blind is the baldest player on our team, and with only 36 pace, he's going to struggle in draft mode. Moving on to right back, I was unsure, but I think this Norwegian has a more pronounced receding hairline. As for our goalkeeper, there wasn't any truly bald player either. Maybe this Frenchman has a more pronounced receding hairline. The starting 11 are already chosen, but there's always something good on the bench. But our backup goalkeeper wasn't anything special. This German here is the baldest among them. The next option didn't have any bald players, so I'll pick the one with the highest overall. Yeah, guys, it looks like the bald ones are in crisis and no one else is showing up. Look at that, huh? There were actually some good options for the game, but not the bald player we need. Maybe this girl has a more pronounced receding hairline? Let's keep searching for the bald star. It would be epic if Zidane showed up here, but no one came. Looks like the bald ones are on strike. Let's go. Let's try one more. Oh, wait a second. I have a point here. Looking at this photo, you said Zico isn't bald, but if you look at future, Zico, you can see he became bald. I'd say he's already in the second stage of M-pattern baldness. So Zico is going to be our team's number 10. And with that, here's a lesson. The guy with hair today could be the bald guy tomorrow. The search for another bald star continues, but we weren't that lucky. Among the other options on the bench, the best we got was Fernando Hierro, who isn't even bald. Now all that's left is the coach. And not even the coach is gonna escape baldness. This Englishman here has his spot guaranteed, and after making a few changes, this is how our team of ball players turned out. Honestly, I don't think the team is strong enough for the draft. The weak point is the defender Blind. What he has in baldness, he also has in speed. But Little Rooster Zico might lead our team to victory. Before making the teams of veterans and short players, we're gonna play with the bald team. That's the team we're going up against. They are stronger, but victory is possible. Zico starts by carrying the ball in midfield, but after that bad pass from Barcola, things got rough. The other team went on the attack, and Marta shot from outside the box to score the first goal. Our team is really jinxed. We conceded a goal right in the first play. But unlike their hair, the bald guys don't give up. The ball reached Katoto, and our striker shot across goal to tie the game. The other team didn't let it slide and went on the attack. On the corner kick, the ball ended up outside the box. The shot deflected off the defender and went into the back of the net. Check out the replay. The ball deflected off Blind, the ball guy, and fooled the goalkeeper. Galinho was furious with the Dutchman. Their team is ahead again, but this hair loss doesn't shake the bald squad. We keep pressing forward. Barcola broke into the box from the left. The goalkeeper lost his mind and left the whole side open for him. Then it was easy for the Frenchman to tie the game. Our bald coach went crazy. He believes in the comeback, and if you believe too, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel, because now that you've liked it, the Balds are coming in full force looking for the turnaround. Zico passed it to Katoto, and the Frenchwoman turned the game around. The other team tried to attack, but the Dutchman blind didn't let them. Good thing I never criticize this beast. The Balds don't stop. The second half starts, and the Frenchwoman struck with her left foot to widen the gap. It's the boldness party. The score is 4-2, and after that, the guy disconnected. With this victory for the Balds, now we move on to the old-timers team. Will they be able to surpass the Bald team? The rule is very simple. I'm going to pick the oldest player that shows up. That's pretty easy to figure out. Just look at each player's date of birth. In this case is the Finn Litmanen, who is 53 years old. The good thing is that whenever a hero or icon appears, they'll naturally be older and will end up being chosen. The next player will also be a midfielder, and this time there's no icon or hero. Looking at them, who do you think is the oldest of these five? If you guess this Spanish midfielder, you got it right. Now let's move on to our only striker. We're going to play in an offensive 4-5-1 formation. Yes, I'll have to pass on Mbappe, even though he's one of the most overpowered cards in the game. The oldest player here is the Colombian Zapata, so we'll have to pick him. Moving on to left midfield, we got a bunch of good options. There's an icon and a hero, but the oldest player here is Nedved, who's 52 years old. Now let's go to right midfield, and we actually got some good options. And luckily for us, the oldest one is actually the best card. Moving on to central midfield, things didn't go so well for us. Look at the face of each guy there. Who do you think is the oldest? I'd probably guess this redhead, who looks a bit tired. But the oldest one there is the Spaniard Ilarramendi. He's only got 41 pace. It's going to be tough to play with him. Let's see if we get a better player. Now let's move on to defense, starting with the left back. And look at that, we got a hero card here. The Frenchwoman Bonepastor is 44 years old and Lizarazu is 55. So the Frenchman will be our left back. Moving to center back, we got another hero card. The Dutchman Stam is really good in the game and by far the oldest here. Our other center back isn't as good as Stam, but he can get the job done. Now moving on to right back, who do you think is the oldest among these five? It's kind of hard to guess, isn't it? But the Dutchman Dumfries is just a few months older than Igor Silva. So the defensive line is set, we're just missing the goalkeeper. Check out the options we got. The oldest one here is the Finn Heratic. This starting 11 is ready now, we just need the substitutes. But there's always something good on the bench. With the first option, we didn't have much luck. The second one was better, but the oldest player isn't better than our starter Lizarazu. Moving on to the next, we're not having much luck with this bench, are we? Let's try one more, and look at that. As soon as I said we weren't having any luck, Okocha is going to be an undisputed starter on this team. The Nigerian is 51 years old and is going to dominate the game. Let's keep going, there's still more. Now we only got players from the team of the week. The oldest one is this French guy here. The next option is easy to guess. Who's the oldest one, huh? Marta has had a long career and she's the oldest here. In the next one, there weren't any good players either. The Portuguese player Mario Ruiz, the oldest. Looks like we got lucky with Okocha, but after that, nothing else came up. Although this Chilean here could play in Ilarramendi's spot, huh? Let's see. The next pick was just regular gold cards. That makes things difficult. After that, there wasn't a single player who could make it into our starting lineup. Now we're just missing the coach. And not even the manager is going to escape. We have to pick the oldest one here. Clearly, this Venezuelan woman is the youngest, but I'm going to guess that this gray-haired guy is the oldest of the five. And after making a few changes, this is how our team of oldest players turned out. The team actually turned out pretty good. Of course, we could have had a better striker, but the team is strong with JJ Okocha playing in midfield and the Dutchman Stam, who's a beast in defense. The weak spot is in midfield with this Chilean woman who only has 58 pace. Before we build a team of short players, we're going to play with the old guys. And that's the team we're going up against. Their team is strong with Vini Jr., Zidane, and Neymar wearing a cap. But to shut me up, the one who opened the scoring was that Chilean woman I said was the team's weak spot. She's playing really well. She dispossessed Rodri and passed it to our striker, who tried to chip the keeper, but it didn't work out. The old guys' team is putting on the pressure. Lizarazu sprinted down the left and scored the second goal. Our striker passed it to the French woman Diane, who shot into the corner and scored the third. The game is turning into a rout. Our right back went on the attack with a chip shot and scored the fourth. Who would have thought the old guys team would play this well, huh? Are they already playing better than the bald guys team? In a play by our striker Zapata, he passed it to Nedved to score the fifth. And check this out, the Czech player is really respected on the team. The fans even made a banner with his photo at the stadium. For those who don't know, Nedved was once voted the best player in the world. Meanwhile, the old guys team isn't stopping. Finn Litmanen scored the sixth. Their defense is already losing control. They try to take out the French woman Diane, but with her left foot, she scored a beautiful goal. And speaking of beautiful goals, check out what Okocha did. The Nigerian pulled off a rainbow flip over the defender and shot into the corner to score a stunning goal. The game has turned into a rout. It's already 8-0, but our striker still hasn't scored. This game will only end when Zapata scores his goal. So let's go on the attack. Their defender slipped up, Zapata stole the ball and slid it into the goal with a tackle. After that, the guy disconnected and the old-timers team finished with a 9-0 victory. Even I didn't expect such a blowout. Do you think the short guys team can do better? The rule now is very simple. You can only pick the shortest player. In this case, it's definitely not Peter Crouch. The Englishman is over 2 meters tall. Among these 5 options, the shortest is the French defender, who is 1.72 meters. We're going to play in a 4-3-3 formation, and now let's move on to the striker. We got lucky here, huh? Julian Alvarez is only 1.70 meters and will play in our attack. Moving to the left wing, we got some good options, but the shortest player was also the worst one here. Let's go to the right wing. And here we got luckier. Let's take a look to see who's the shortest here. Salah is 1.75 meters and is the best option. Moving to midfield, our streak of bad luck has started, huh? We got common gold twice, but this Australian here is really short, huh? She's almost 1.5 meters tall. Our hope is in the last midfield spot. Here things got better and this American is the best option. Moving to defense, let's start with the left back. Only gold cards came up. This German is the shortest one. In central defense, we weren't lucky either, and we'll have to play with a center back who's only 1.65 meters. Moving to right back, things got a little better, but it's still not great. At least this Croatian can get the job done. Now I want to see who's going to be the shortest goalkeeper. Donnarumma is really good, but he's way too tall. We had a tie between the shortest ones, and I'm going to pick the Finn Graddick. Now let's go to the bench to see if things have improved. The backup goalkeeper who showed up here, I think he's better, huh? Even though he's shorter, I think he should be the starter. This German woman would be a good fit at right back, but she's not the shortest by just 1 centimeter. But in the next one, we got luckier. Ona Bachel is only 1.60 meters and will be the starting right back. Here, we only got a regular gold card. It's not going to be useful at all. We were lucky to get Ginola, but unlucky because he's not the shortest one here. Look, by checking out each photo, who do you think is the shortest of these 5? If you guessed Brahim Diaz, you got it right. He's only 1.70 meters. EA sent us Ginola again, but at 1.86 meters, it's going to be hard for him to be the shortest. Let's keep searching for a short star player. Maybe a Messi will show up here. Well, I think this French guy here could make it as a starter on the left wing. We didn't have any more luck with the players. Until in the last option, we got Macon's hero card, one of the best fullbacks in the game. But he wasn't the shortest one here. Now all that's missing is a coach among so many men. Probably this French woman from the bench is the shortest one here. After making a few changes, this is how the team of short players turned out. The team isn't strong, but we can still go for the win. A special mention to Julian Alvarez and Salah up front. The weak spot is in defense with this American who's only 1.65 meters. But this French center back should help balance things out. Let's get to the match where we'll face this team. Their defense is actually pretty strong with Campbell, Lucio, and Van der Sar in goal. But that's not enough to stop the fury of the little guys. The Moroccan Brahim Diaz shot into the corner to open the scoring. Our French center back came in hard to make the tackle. That wasn't a foul. Right after, the ball found Julian Alvarez. The Argentine weaved through the defense, shot across goal, and scored a stunner. The little guys want more. Salah left the defender on the ground, caused chaos in the defense, and coolly passed it for Julian Alvarez to score another one. It's another beautiful goal from the little guys. The first half ends with a score of 3-0. If you've watched this far, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. There are plenty more EAFC videos here. The other team went on the attack in the second half. They even managed to win a few balls in the air. By the way, it's a team made up entirely of short players, but nothing that could scare our goalkeeper. Our women's defense didn't let anything else get through. Remember that short American player I said was the weak link? Check out the tackle she made. Right after that, Julian Alvarez hit the crossbar. And in the end, that's how the game finished, with a 3-0 victory. So, which of the three teams do you think was better? The team of bald guys, the team of old guys, or the team of short guys? Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this foot draft challenge and if I should make more videos like this. This is Zay speaking, and you've been watching the Zerando channel.